Guys, here's a shocking truth no one's ever told you. The way you drink water every day might be secretly wrecking your erection strength. It's not about the water quality or type, it's how you're drinking it. This sounds insane, and yet I've watched men lose bedroom confidence for years because of this everyday habit they never thought to question. Fix this, and you could start seeing real improvements in just weeks. I'm Dr. Laura, a urologist who spent over 30 years helping men regain their energy and sexual performance. After working with thousands of men over 60, I can confidently say this one hydration trick is something most guys kick themselves for not discovering earlier. Here's the paradox. Most men believe that simply drinking more water is automatically good for their health. But if you're drinking it the wrong way, you could be thickening your blood, straining your arteries, and making it harder for your body to send blood where it matters most. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to drink water so it works with your body to improve blood flow, keep your vessels elastic, and boost your sexual performance without pills, pumps, or expensive treatments. And stay with me until the end because I'm going to reveal the one morning hydration mistake that quietly lowers testosterone and damages your erections. And it's something almost every man over 60 does without realizing it. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another men's health tip designed especially for you. And if you find this information helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I know how to make these videos even more valuable for you. All right, gentlemen, let's begin with the first thing you need to understand. Before we talk about the right and wrong ways to drink water, you must know why proper hydration becomes even more critical for your erections after 60 and how it affects your performance in ways most men overlook. When I sit down with a man in his 60s or 70s who's frustrated about his performance, one of the first things I look at isn't his testosterone level or the latest lab result. It's his hydration. That surprises many people. Most think water is just about quenching thirst, but for men in their later years, it's so much more. By this age, your body has less muscle mass to store water, and the elasticity of your blood vessels naturally declines. Erections are, at their core, a hydraulic process. They depend entirely on healthy, well pressurized blood flow. And since blood is mostly water, even mild dehydration can make that process harder, literally. You might not notice it at first. Maybe you chalk it up to aging or stress, but when your blood volume drops because you're not properly hydrated, your circulation slows, your heart works harder, and the delicate vessels in your penis don't fill as fully or as quickly. Scientific studies have shown that just a 2% drop in hydration can affect both your physical and cognitive performance, and your ability to achieve and maintain an erection is no exception. I've seen patients who thought they needed medication only to realize that once they addressed chronic low level dehydration, their energy improved, their mood lifted, and yes, their erections became firmer and more reliable. This isn't magic, it's simple biology. Your body cannot deliver what it doesn't have. And without enough water, the entire system that powers sexual function suffers. Now, here's the part most men overlook. It's not just about drinking more water, it's about how you drink it. Because as we move into the next part, I'm going to reveal the common drinking patterns that silently work against you, patterns I've seen in countless men over 60, and you might be doing them every single day without even realizing it. Over the years, I've noticed a pattern in the way many older men drink water, and I'll be honest, it's one of the most overlooked reasons their erections suffer. Most men wait until they feel thirsty before they reach for a glass. By that time, the body is already in a mild state of dehydration. And when they do drink, it's often in big gulps, chugging a large glass all at once, usually after a meal or right before bed. On the surface, it feels like you're doing your body a favor. But what's actually happening inside tells a different story. When you flood your system with too much water in one sitting, you create a sudden shift in your blood pressure. Your arteries, which are already less elastic with age, are forced to adapt quickly. This can momentarily strain the cardiovascular system, leaving less efficiency for the smaller vessels in your penis that require steady, controlled blood flow to function at their best. On top of that, drinking large amounts too quickly forces your kidneys into overdrive, filtering and flushing that excess water right back out, often within an hour. It's a cycle that not only wastes the water you just drank, but also disrupts your body's ability to maintain the consistent hydration levels that support strong erections. And then there's the nighttime issue. Many men load up on fluids in the evening without realizing it. The result? Multiple trips to the bathroom that interrupt deep sleep, which is critical for testosterone production and sexual recovery. Night after night, this robs you of one of the most important natural processes for maintaining sexual health. The truth is, your body doesn't thrive on sudden floods of water. It thrives on steady, intentional hydration. And when you start drinking the right way, you'll notice changes that go beyond just quenching your thirst. In fact, in the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how to drink water so it actively works to improve your erections. A method that's simple, natural, and backed by decades of science. I don't just tell my patients to drink more water. I show them how to drink in a way that supports blood flow, hormone balance, and overall sexual health. The difference may seem small, but in practice, it's like night and day. You want your body to have a steady, reliable supply of water throughout the day, not sudden spikes followed by dry spells. That means starting your morning with purpose. Within 30 minutes of waking, drink 8 to 12 ounces of water before you put anything else in your body. This is your body's reset button. After hours of sleep, your blood is thicker, your vessels slightly constricted. That first glass begins to rehydrate your system, thin the blood, and open up your circulation. From there, think in terms of sips, not gulps. Keep a glass or bottle with you and take in small amounts regularly. This keeps your blood volume stable, your kidneys working efficiently, and your tissues, including the delicate erectile tissue, fully hydrated without overburdening your system. Avoid loading up on water right before or after a heavy meal, as this can interfere with digestion and cause your body to divert resources away from circulation where you need it most. And as the day winds down, taper your intake. 2 hours before bed, stop heavy drinking of fluids to give your bladder a rest and protect your deep sleep cycles, which are critical for testosterone production and nighttime erections. This isn't complicated or expensive. It's a simple shift in timing and pacing that turns water into a daily tool for better sexual performance. I've watched men in their 60s and 70s follow this approach and see not only stronger erections, but also more energy, better mood, and sharper focus. But if you want to take these results even further, you need to know the exact times when drinking water supercharges blood flow. And that's exactly what we're going to cover next. Over the years, I've learned that when you drink water can be just as important as how you drink it, especially for men over 60 who want to maintain strong, healthy erections. Think of your body like a finely tuned machine. The timing of your hydration determines how effectively that machine runs. One of the most powerful adjustments you can make is to hydrate before your body needs it, not after. For example, sipping a small glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before physical activity, whether it's a walk, a workout, or intimacy, primes your circulation. It allows your blood vessels to open up, your heart to pump more efficiently, and your tissues to receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. Timing matters before meals too. Having just a few sips of water before you eat can help improve digestion and blood flow without diluting the stomach acid that your body needs to break down food. It also prevents the sluggish, heavy feeling that can come from overeating, which can dampen both your energy and your sexual drive. I encourage my patients to focus most of their hydration during the first half of the day. This keeps you energized, supports your cardiovascular system, and prevents the common problem of drinking too much in the evening, which can lead to multiple bathroom trips at night. And remember, deep, uninterrupted sleep is one of your most valuable tools for maintaining healthy testosterone levels and strong erections. When you get the timing right, you're not just keeping your body hydrated, you're strategically fueling it for better circulation, better recovery, and better performance. But there's one time of day when most men make a critical hydration mistake, one that can quietly sabotage both their testosterone and their erections. It happens in the morning, and I'll show you exactly what it is in the next part. Morning is one of the most important times for your sexual health, but it's also when I see many men unknowingly sabotage themselves. The mistake is simple: starting the day with coffee and only coffee before drinking any water. I understand the habit. That first cup feels like it wakes you up, clears your head, and gives you energy. But coffee, while enjoyable, is also a mild diuretic. It prompts your body to lose fluid. And if you're already waking up in a mildly dehydrated state, which most people do after 6 to 8 hours without water, you're digging the hole even deeper. When you begin the day in a fluid deficit, your blood becomes slightly thicker. Thicker blood moves more slowly, and slower circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your tissues, including the erectile tissue in your penis. On top of that, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide, the chemical signal that triggers and maintains an erection, can be reduced when hydration is low. Over time, this seemingly harmless habit can weaken your morning erections, and for some men, make it harder to respond when the moment is right later in the day. The fix is remarkably simple, but incredibly effective. Drink 8 to 12 ounces of water within 30 minutes of waking, before your first sip of coffee. This rehydrates your body, restores blood volume, and primes your circulation for the day ahead. Then, by all means, enjoy your coffee. But now it's working with your vitality, not against it. I've seen men make this small change and notice not just better erections, but also more energy, improved mood, and even better focus throughout the day. But hydration is more than a physical process. It can affect how you feel about yourself, your confidence, and your connection with your partner. And that's exactly what we're going to explore next. I can't tell you how many times I've sat across from a man in his 60s or 70s who looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." Often it wasn't just about physical performance, it was about confidence, intimacy, and the quiet frustration of feeling disconnected from the man they used to be. What most of them didn't realize was that something as basic as their hydration habits was playing a bigger role in their sexual health than they ever imagined. When your body is well hydrated, your blood flows more easily, your heart doesn't have to work as hard, and your energy levels rise. That physical vitality spills over into every part of your life. You stand a little taller, you feel more capable, and you approach moments of intimacy with anticipation instead of worry. On the other hand, chronic dehydration can drain more than your physical strength. It can erode your mood, your patience, and your desire. It's hard to feel confident and connected when your body is running on empty. I've seen men go from feeling frustrated and withdrawn to feeling energized and engaged simply by changing how and when they drink water. It wasn't a pill, it wasn't surgery, it was giving their body the most fundamental resource it needs to function. The transformation wasn't just in their erections, but in their smiles, their posture, and their conversations with their partners. This is why I always tell my patients that hydration isn't just a medical recommendation. It's a daily act of self respect. It's telling your body, "I'm giving you what you need so you can give me your best." And when you're ready to take that commitment seriously, the next step is to put it into a clear, simple plan you can follow every single day, which is exactly what I'm about to share with you. If you've been listening closely, you already understand why hydration matters, the mistakes to avoid, and the best ways to drink water for your health and performance. Now it's time to turn that knowledge into a simple daily routine you can start today. I like to keep it straightforward because the more practical it is, the more likely you are to follow it. First thing in the morning, within 30 minutes of waking, drink 8 to 12 ounces of water before you do anything else. Think of it as refueling your system after a long night's sleep. Mid morning, have another 6 to 8 ounces to keep your hydration steady. Around lunchtime, take small sips before and after your meal, just enough to support digestion without diluting stomach acid. In the afternoon, when energy tends to dip, give your body 12 to 16 ounces spread over several hours. This keeps your circulation strong and your mind alert. At dinner, sip lightly, and then after 8 p.m., slow down or stop entirely so you protect your deep, restorative sleep. By following this rhythm, you're giving your body a constant supply of water that supports not only erections, but also energy, focus, and overall health. I've seen men commit to this simple plan and be surprised at how much better they feel within just a couple of weeks. Their mornings are brighter, their endurance improves, and their confidence returns. They start looking forward to moments of intimacy instead of worrying about them. It's a small habit with a big return. And once you feel the difference, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. But hydration is just one piece of the puzzle. If you truly want to protect your erections, your vitality, and your health for years to come, there's a bigger truth you need to hear. And that's exactly where we're going in the conclusion. After more than 30 years of working with men just like you, I can tell you this: strong, healthy erections are not just about youth, luck, or genetics. They are the result of choices you make every single day. And as you've just learned, something as basic as how and when you drink water can have a profound effect on your performance, your confidence, and your quality of life. We've talked about why hydration matters more after 60, the common mistakes most men make without realizing it, the right way to drink for better blood flow, the importance of timing, the morning habit that can quietly sabotage you, the emotional power of proper hydration, and finally, a simple plan you can start today. These are not theories. They're strategies I've seen transform lives. I've watched men walk into my office feeling defeated, certain they were past their prime, only to walk out weeks later with a renewed sense of energy and control. Their bodies felt stronger, their partners noticed the difference, and perhaps most importantly, they looked in the mirror and saw the man they remembered, not someone younger, but someone fully alive again. That change didn't come from an expensive prescription or an overnight miracle. It came from understanding their bodies and making small, deliberate adjustments. You owe it to yourself to take care of the very system that makes intimacy possible. Water isn't just a drink, it's the fuel your body needs to deliver oxygen, nutrients, and life to every cell, including the ones that make you feel like a man. Start your morning strong, stick with this simple change, and you'll notice real results. But here's the thing: how you hydrate is just one piece of the puzzle. There are other daily habits, small things you don't even think about, that could be secretly hurting your performance and overall health. And if you really want to keep your erection strong and your body thriving for years, those are the game changing tips I'll be sharing soon. If this advice helped you, hit the like button, pass it along to a buddy who could use it, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you want to help me keep creating content like this, a small donation goes a long way. I appreciate your support.